ceremony for the class of 2020. We'll begin this proceedings with the national anthem. Can we take the school song? The school song, please.
I shall ever be proud to see myself a student of great Avi-Cenna International School. My eyes to God and knowledge you open. Your banner will I never bear. In all fields of endeavor to be the first or with the first in serving my country and God throughout my life. I shall ever be proud. Avi-Cenna School.
This feeling is amazing. After 7 years of attending Avi-Cenna, it is finally time for me to leave this great institution and start working towards my dream of becoming an actor. I may also do music as my side hustle, anything to secure the bag. I always dreamt of the day I was going to graduate and leave school, but now that the day has arrived, I wish there was a year 12. I know a lot of my classmates are not ready to fully let go of the memories we have made together, and honestly, I'm not sure I am as well. It has been a great privilege for me to serve as the head boy for this session that has come to an end. It has turned out to be an opportunity that has prepared me for leadership roles in the future. It's not any easy feat, but my teachers, friends, and classmates have all encouraged me to do better. I just want to take a moment and appreciate all of my friends who are like brothers and sisters to me, who have been with me from year 5 and also to those who have joined in year 7. Thank you for believing in me and for gently nudging me towards my music career. Thank you to Crystal, who pushed me to post my first song on SoundCloud, and to Angel, Joel, Gracie, and of course all of my boys for encouraging me whenever I needed it. You all inspired me to become a better version of myself. The journey from the primary school till this day has its fond memories. I have some of such memories embedded in my mind. I remember the times when the boys used to terrorize every single French class we had, and the times in primary school when we would sneak upstairs to the talk shop after school to get Caprisone from Auntie Rose, our one true supply of goodies. Mr. Wallaby believed in the whole 2020 set, and his belief never changed, even when hard times came around. Speaking of hard times, My advice is that you should never let it get to you. Keep in mind that hard times help bring out the best version of yourself. Life is full of struggles, and those struggles are what mold you. I just felt I needed to put down some inspirational bars because it is hard times like this that we need to stay strong. This pandemic has hit us hard in various ways, and frankly speaking, there was a point when I thought all hope was lost, but I kept reminding myself that there is still hope, that we can still move forward. I have some moments and people I shall never forget, like Solomon Aku, whenever he used to call me a Tissalat man in primary. The reason being that I had green glasses, a green watch, and I was even in Eagle House. So just imagine a short, chubby worry boy in full green and a bald head. That was me. My stay in school has had me go through all sorts of emotions. There were exciting times whenever we had class parties in primary, and also even more exciting times when Tariq and I used to sneak to our sisters' classes when they had class parties so that they could sleep us, Oreos and Suya. Tariq is like a brother to me, and he even said that our lives are intertwined. We are two completely different people, but we have an unreal amount of synergy. Someone else that I would not mind having as a brother is Nazim Yahya. That guy was and is all sorts of crazy. When Nazim is around, there are no dull moments. I'll miss all his random screams in class and his totally unpredictable behavior. I can't wait to see him on TV someday receiving awards for his amazing football skills. Nazim and Tariq are born clowns. Joelle Aljara, the sugar pie. She really inspired and motivated me to make a song dedicated to her. The song is called Sweet Tooth. I cannot forget my food partner Angel, of course. We even told each other that we would turn Lagos eating 5-star meals. And don't be deceived by Ayola's cute and gentle behavior. When she is angry, she can let go of her tongue at anyone. Not surprising though. After all, she watches a lot of African magic movies, so it makes a lot of sense. Gracia was one of the best consultants during my years at Avi-Cenna. She was a very good wingman as well. I always took Dabira's opinions to heart because I cared so much about what she thought, even though we went through our little phase. I always thought she was too mature for her age, and she was the youngest amongst all of us. Funsha and Solomon are the grandfathers of the set, and Crystal was just everyone's daddy in terms of age, although she may not look it. There are also people like Omo Efe and Nabila, who kept talking about lichens in business class, and Enya, who always had a bone to pick with me for some reason. We, of course, had our mathematical wizards, Farida Imam, Farida Salami, Michelle, and Aimi Posse. It got to the point when normal math was like butter to them. They could just solve it like they were drinking water. Once Hanif and I picked up one of their AdMath books, thinking we could solve any problem in it, only to be met by a completely different language. When we watched them solve all the questions in their AdMath books effortlessly, we could only ask ourselves what kind of wizardry they were performing. A wise man once said, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift." That's why they call it the present. Today is truly a gift. The day we depart from this great school with memories of all sorts of struggles and excitements. The same wise man also said, "It matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be." I believe this with all my heart, because I have witnessed so many of my friends go through changes, not just in height and looks, but then mentally. I have no doubt in my mind that we will all achieve great things in future. If you were all wondering who the wise man I was talking about is, I was talking about Master Ugwe from Kung Fu Panda. Before I leave and say goodbye to Avi-Cenna, I want to leave you all with one more quote from the same wise man. And this one should be taken to heart, especially when you think you cannot push forward any longer. You just need to believe. You must believe. Farewell class of 2020. Farewell secondary and primary school teachers, as well as all my brethren and sisters in the whole school. Farewell Avi-Cenna. It's been like a dream.
I would have not predicted that things would happen. I would not have predicted that I would be the head girl for the 2019 to 2020 session. I would not have predicted everything that has happened in the past few months, including the pandemic, which has changed and cancelled a lot of plans for our set and for everyone else in the world. I have always dreamt of graduation and prom as very extraordinary and memorable events. We have thought that by this time we would be celebrating because we would be done with our IGCSE exams. We thought that we would be outside celebrating with our friends for surviving a very difficult chapter in our lives. Instead, we're stuck at home, unable to see each other face to face, or even go out to eat and celebrate. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy being in the comfort of my home. And I enjoy the fact that I don't have to deal with the traffic in Lagos every time I travel from my house to the school every day. It just feels like something's missing. Maybe I'm longing for what we could have had if the pandemic was not there. Maybe I would feel more rewarded if I have gone through my exams and graduated, knowing that I spent months studying for this day. But one night, I took a step back and I looked at all the memories I had in the walls of Avi-Cenna International School. And I realized that there's a lot to be happy for. I remember my first days in school. Edmond was one of the first people who I instantly got close to. Maybe it was because that we have the same glasses before, or maybe it was just because of the fact that he always defended my name whenever the need arose. I remember laughing until tears streamed down my face in the pavilion while we played silly games with Marvelous, Michelle, Ayomi Posi, Dabera, Gracia, and the other girls. Of course, I would never forget the mini dance sessions that we had in the girls' changing room whenever it was time for PE. Joel, Ayola, Gracia, Angel, Farida Salami, and I would be in a little dance circle. As Marvelous, Dini, Kim, Farida Imam, Mima, and Ayomi Posi would sing and hype us up whenever we did so. I hate the deafening sound of Miss Akinfelu's whistle in an attempt to get us out of the changing room, but it was definitely worth it. The boys in my set are by far the most competitive people I have ever met in my life. Nazim, Hanif, Abubakar, Edmond, David, Solomon, Indivisi, Dikachi, and Puncho would stay under the scorching sun just to play football. I have never seen this much passion for football in my entire life. We love enjoying each other's company and having fun, but of course, we never forgot our studies and we never forgot the reason why we were in school. Mock exams were by far the most stressful and mentally tiring week of my life in Avi-Cenna. The library was chaotic. Nabila, Edmond, Ayomi Posi, Naola, and other biology students were cramped up around one little table, attempting to study all the past papers before the exams. I remember Efe, Enya, Karishma, Alero, Debbie, and other ICT students doing the same thing for the ICT theory exam. Of course, Mr. Guna, Mr. Bakare, Mr. Momo, and many other teachers helped us improve our knowledge on the topics after the mock exams, and I am truly grateful for all of you. To the management of our school, our indefatigable champion, Mr. Fude, our principal, Ms. Adesanya, and the vice principal, Mr. Lubajo, and Ms. Kono again, I would like to express our gratitude to you for putting in places, policies, and facilities which enabled us to blossom. Also, for your constant guidance and support on a daily basis throughout the entire period of our academic journey in Avi-Cenna. To the teachers and staff of Avi-Cenna, I thank you for all the hard work that you've put into our sets in order to make sure that we succeeded in life after Avi-Cenna. Thank you for opening our eyes to new topics and morals that we can later use in life. And thank you for all of your hard work. I remember the first time I saw Mr. Mafe get mad at our set for not doing homework. And I remember the first time I saw Mr. Bakare get mad at a student for not following rules. And the first time Mr. Guna got angry at us for making noise. At first, I thought that it was unfair to us students that we would have to let go of fun at this age. But I thought that these teachers were just being strict in order for us to mature and succeed in life. If Mr. Mafe was not strict, I bet that most of us would have failed physics because of simply not caring or paying attention. Without all of those piercing words, we would have not been as disciplined as we are now. For that, I thank all the teachers who did their best to mold us into the people that we are now. Thank you for always believing in our abilities when we didn't believe it ourselves. Thank you for starting up a fire within us to enable us to strive for greatness and success. The journey has not been easy. There were a lot of sleepless nights where my parents would enter my room at 2:30 a.m. and see that I was not finished with my homework. There were a lot of mental breakdowns because of the seriousness of academics, and we felt so overworked with all the 7th periods and all of the Saturday classes. However, I am grateful for the people who stayed with me throughout those tough times. I am grateful to be blessed with such amazing classmates as well. I thank Marvelous for being by my side in year 11. I thank Michelle for making me laugh when times get tough. Hanif, I thank you for being one of my best friends, and I thank you for supplying me with plantain chips whenever I was drowning in prefect duties. Thank you, Gracia and Angel, for being there to fix my problems, and I thank Ayola and Joel for making this year memorable with the gatherings. I thank Tariq and Nazim for being there to listen to my problems as well. I thank David for being part of all of my successes and supported me since day one. I thank you for that. To my girls, thank you for toughening me up when I was losing strength. There's a lot more people that I want to thank, but if I go on, it would take hours for this speech to be finished. Our set has always been a unique set. Peculiar was the word that they used to describe us. We have always wanted to prove everyone wrong and that our set was more serious than we looked. We sure did try our best, and that is what I love with my year 11 set. We may be different, but that has not stopped us from climbing to the top. We never let anyone demotivate us or to step all over us because we knew our worth. To my fellow year 11s, do not let the pandemic make you forget about all the good things that we have experienced in Avi-Cenna. Do not let a tiny virus make you feel like you've wasted all of your years in studying. Do not let it make you forget about all the memories and friendships that you've made within the walls of this school. I knew that there were tough times, but I also know that we are stronger. To those who are yet to graduate, do not give up. Do not fear change, because change will only open up your minds to new things. And I have a quote for you. If you fall asleep now, you'll dream. But if you study now, you'll live your dream. So don't ever feel like you cannot reach your goals. It only takes courage and sacrifice. And I will assure you that tough times will pass. With that said, I would like to congratulate the teachers for finally getting rid of us, our parents for raising smart and courageous young adults, and most importantly, I would like to congratulate each and every one of my classmates, the class of 2020. Here's to the start of our journey to become actors, engineers, medical laboratory scientists, and any other profession that your heart desires. We're here, we've made it, we've graduated. Here's to us, the class of 2020.
Cecilia Ahan once said, "It occurs to me how close happiness and sadness are. So closely knitted together, such a thin line, a thread-like divide, that in the midst of emotions, it trembles, blurring the territories of exact opposites. Today, that thread-like line has been blurred. Today, we say goodbye to our current year 11s in a celebration that is both joyous yet sad. Today, they leave the warm embrace of Avi-Cenna to walk their own individual paths in life. As they do this, we hope they do not forget the lessons, friendships, and joy we all share together. In this graduating set, we have future leaders, trendsetters, and revolutionists. Each person is so different and unique from each other. Each one of them is carrying aspiring goals that we all can't wait to see them reach. While we would like to be with them every step of the way, it is sadly just not possible. So we'll be here, cheering them on from the back as they look towards their independent futures. Avi-Cenna will always be your home, so don't be strangers. You will always be welcome here. Best of luck to you all. Thank you.
Hello, year 11 graduates of Avi-Cenna International School, the class of 2020. I am Mrs. Shileola Ibironke, MD CEO, Micromedia Group of Companies, owners of Heritage Cinemas, Heritage Superstores, and a host of television drama series. I am delighted to be giving a motivational speech to every one of you today. As you all know, we are now facing a disruption in the entire world, a disruption that has been created by COVID-19. You can imagine COVID-19 started from China and transcended across the entire world. And that is one of the things I would like to speak with every one of you. To know from this minute that you are not just sitting here in Ikeja, in Nigeria, you're actually a global citizen. What that means is that the world you're going out to meet is a global world. The competition out there, it's a global one. We have all seen that COVID-19 has created enormous opportunities, which I call untapped opportunities. Yes, we've lost some, but at the same time, we've gained quite a few. One of them will be the virtual learning, which we all had to go through in the past 4 months. And that is one of the things that I would like to speak with you. As you graduate today, know very well, let it be at the back of your mind, that you must be an advocate and one of the persons to go out and explore untapped opportunities. One of the reasons why my organization, where I currently sit as the MD CEO, is successful today is because we go out of our ways into untapped territories. Our cinemas is located in Abule Egba. It may sound to you like somewhere far, far away, but that is the largest and the most populated local government in Lagos State. Yes, we are not on the island, but it's not everybody on the island in Lagos that needs to visit the cinemas. So you can imagine the success that comes from having multiple numbers of people visit your cinema as against having minimal number of high-class people visit a certain location. It is called untapped opportunities. And that is what I would like to speak with everyone today. You must realize that no one is going to wait for you to graduate before you can achieve something out of your life. Yes. Where you are right now, you should actually begin to decide what you want to become. The new world that we're going into, or the new world that we're seeing now, is called the fourth industrial revolution. What that means is the gig world. It's the world where the internet, it has become the internet of everything. The world is going to transform. The new age that we're observing right now is the age of the digital. And I want to champion you to take a very big, bold step in being one of the core persons to champion great innovations, great inventions. Whoever knew that we're all schooling would ever converge on Microsoft Teams? But it has happened. If Microsoft had not created that platform some many years back, less than 5 years back actually, we wouldn't be where we are today. We would all have laid into enormous confusion, but that is not who we are. What that means is the fact that as a human, you must always think ahead. If you have any passion today, just know the fourth industrial revolution has begun, and no one is going to wait for you. We have 12-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 20-year-olds who are creating things today, innovating, and becoming highly successful. So there is no time for you to wait. Start now. I am a graduate of economics, but I never ever practiced in the bank, neither did I have to work in a statistics organization. Otherwise, I'm currently in media. I started out from being the first brand manager of Sound City Music Channel. Yes. And today, I left that organization to become who I've become today. And today, I use my economic terminology to run my organization today. So yes, I'm in the entertainment business, but at the same time, what I studied in the university is working for me today. So you must follow your passion. It was my passion to go into entertainment business. It was my passion to be an actress. It was my passion to be a model. But aside from creating all of those elements, I have become a creator of entertainment programs rather than being the one featuring in those programs. That means that all the content that you see on television, some of them are owned by my organization. And that is what leads me to saying that innovation, creation, create your own format of digital activities that you want to see in the world. Don't think in the consumer terms. Don't think about the next big Apple phone or the next big Apple wristwatch that would come out in 2025. Think of how you can create yours. And you all would know that the season that we're in now is a projection of Black Lives Matter. What that means is the fact that in the world that you are going to, you are the most privileged of all of us, because we have had to fight our way into recognition, going into various conventions, attending various business schools around the world. You realize that you are 0.001% of a larger black population, and none of those people you meet can relate with you. But look at what has happened today. The stage is being cleared. You realize a lot of organizations are now signing up memorandums to say they must employ a percentage of Africans. And that is why I say you are sitting on a precipice of success already. Take it. Don't lose focus of what your parents have invested heavily into. Do not let peer pressure, do not let the environment, do not let them take away your vision, because it is very quick to take. If you feel like you're tired, just know one thing: there is nothing as good as failure. Failure helps you to start up again. Have I ever had negative thoughts that the world was coming to an end at some point in my life? Yes, I have. Just know you're not alone on that journey, but you must speak out. Let people know. If there's anything in your closet that you feel that is choking you up, don't take it to heart. If you don't speak it out, you can never feel good. You can never get better. Mental health is much more important than even getting sick with a disease, because mental health shuts you down. It's your brain. In the course of the previous years, I have realized, actually, as being a part of a larger media group in Nigeria, we're currently putting together stories of how the children that are being birthed today go into drugs. When I mean drugs, I don't mean injecting yourself. I mean popping pills. Yes. You must know that when you start on that path, you are leading to destruction. You might have bright eyes today, but when you start taking the mollies, when you start taking keratin or uraniums, when you start allowing your friends to pass you tablets, telling you they are enhancement drugs, there is no form of enhancement than the one that the great Lord has given to us. Don't do it. Again, I say, please don't do it. And I must tell you, the penetration of taking such vicious drugs is permeating, especially within categories of people that I'm talking to today. The ones who the parents can afford to give them quite a lot of money. Don't do it. If you do it, you're missing your future. You're going to lose everything you have. If you have thoughts, or you just feel that you don't want to continue in the world anymore, don't keep it to yourself. Speak out. If you can't talk to your parents, seek any of the counselors around you. You can call even the principal. You can call anyone and speak to them. Or you can do an audio version of whatever you're thinking, or the inside, or the negativity that may be permeating out of you. Speak it out, record it, and send it if you cannot face anyone to talk to. The pills, they lead to anxiety, which leads to depression, which ends up leading to suicide. I know that I started talking about untapped opportunities and the fact that you are the most privileged in the world now because success beckons on you. But at the same time, I must point out what exactly beckons on you that may take your life away. Hello, ladies. I'm sure you're growing now. You can see the beauty in yourself. Yes, when I was growing too, I realized that God has endowed me with some very good gifts. And at the same time, you may get distracted based on all your beautiful gifts that Lord has endowed you with. But I must tell you, the world out there, it's not about all those goodies. No. The world out there, it's about your brain, intelligence. Actually, brains and beauty are the best match in the world. And I can tell you that anywhere that I go to, I am very pleased because what you see at first may be the beauty, but when I begin to speak to you, you would not remember my beauty. You would remember me for the brains, for the ability to engage, to confidently speak to a whole large room of people, and at the same time, command boardroom meetings, and at the same time, start a project, finish it, and build a successful story out of it. That is exactly who you are, my girl. So you go, girl, go and become great. Don't let anyone make you feel less of yourself, including the men in the house. I must say, as you grow, let your macrosm, your macho-ness, let it grow with you. Use it for good, not for negative. The world out there is just like the economic terms that we all project every day. You have the V shape, you have the L shape, and you have the W shape. The V shape of life means that things will always grow vertical and shut down at some point and then grow vertical again. L shape means that when you grow vertical and then you become very flat. The W means that you grow vertical, come down, vertical, and down again. What part of that would you want your life to be? I wake up every morning telling the Lord, I want to be V-shaped at all times. So at every point in time in life, just know where you are and then tell yourself, yes, I have failed today, but I must do what? I must stand up. I'm certain for every project that I've worked on and I've created, every company that I've created under the Micromedia group of companies has been created with quite a lot of failures in between. But at the end of every tunnel lies a bright light. And that is what you must always look for, because that is what I always look for. I hope I have spoken well to everyone, and I hope I've been encouraging and motivational. I wish you all the best. And I must see you once again in the news. Not just in the news for bad, but in the news for being the best inventor, the best creator, the latest genius of our time. Africa beckons on you. Your homeland beckons on you to become great. And greatness is for you. There is only two paths to life, which is very parallel. It is either the good path or the bad path. Have a blessed day. Bye.
I'd like to invite on stage school principal for address, the person of Mrs. Adeolu Adesanya.
I shall ever be proud to see myself a student of great Avi-Cenna International School. My eyes to God and knowledge you open. Your banner will I.
Good afternoon, graduates, parents and guardians of the graduates, the Avi-Cenna community, and everyone listening to me. It gives me the greatest pleasure and honor to stand here to address you all as we graduate the class of 2020. To the class and family of 2020, congratulations to you. Today marks the end of an era to you all and a new beginning into the future. A future you know nothing about, but which holds the very best for you all. Like you have aptly said as your theme, an ending but a new beginning indeed. Indeed, you are a very special set. My own first set of children graduating from Avi-Cenna in my tenure as principal of this great institution. Under normal circumstances, graduation should be a very grand event. After all, we have all worked very hard to get to this day. The hard work, your projects, your tests, your various exams were all a build-up to your graduation. I'm sure none of you ever expected to celebrate your graduation in a virtual manner. I know you had big plans for your prom night and your after party after party. Who knew it would turn out to be this way? Face mask, social distancing, curfew, and so on. I, in my wildest dreams, did not think we would be celebrating your graduation without the usual fanfare. But the pandemic has shaken up the status quo. In the words of Stephen Colbert, life is an improvisation. You have no idea what's going to happen next, and you are mostly just making things up as you go along. That is what we have done today to ensure that life continues for you. You have been given a new lease on life. The normal has been taken away from you, and you have to improvise. You have to look at how you can create new things to fit into the new order of life. Creativity is the order of the day. Be creators and not users. Create opportunities for yourselves and influence your outcomes. The world has changed, and it rests on you to rebuild it. So, I say to you, be bold and courageous and make the world a better place for us all. Set the world on a different path. I have watched you all from a distance. I have seen you grow and mature from the young and shy students that you were in your younger years and early days in Avi-Cenna. For some of you, as far back as when you were in reception, you have grown to become confident and mature adults, young adults that you are today. I strongly believe that you will take with you the values that we have placed in you here at Avi-Cenna. Values like honesty, hard work, responsibility, fairness, generosity, respect for others, self-confidence, and so on. I am your biggest fan. You are special to me. I will miss you. We will miss you all. Be proud ambassadors of Avi-Cenna wherever you go. Be forever proud of our school, just as we sing in our school song. I shall ever be proud to see myself a student of great Avi-Cenna International School. Go on, class of 2020. Create your niche. Do big things. Leave your footprints in the sand of time. Stand out and take the world by surprise. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Avi-Cenna. Now, we'll be proceeding with the graduation ceremony proper, and to have on stage, I'd like to invite our champion, Chairman Board of Avi-Cenna, Mr. Dawe Kobe. Your saving prize in French, I'd like to invite on stage Farida Shego Salame. Next I invite Tariq Gafar. Receiving this afternoon two prizes. First, effort in art and design. The second prize, attainment in Arabic. I invite Nabila Ibrahim. Effort in core sciences, elective by Adeduni Erina. To receive the attainment in physical education, I call on David Awinoran. Receiving distinct attainment in biology, attainment in ICT, attainment in global perspective, economics and geography, as well as effort in history and business studies. I invite Kimberly Advocate. Arabic, I'd like to invite Abu Bakr Bankole. I'd like to invite Nazim, Nazim, to receive a special award, most contribution to school in the area of sport, I would like to invite Anif Garba. Attainment in math, attainment in additional math, and of course effort in physical education. I'll call on Oluwadadera Omotosho. Next, I call on Deborah Wara. Nima Abdul Jalil. Graduating students will be receiving a prize, effort in physics. I invite Indubisi Ehumado. To receive the following awards: attainment in literature, effort in additional mathematics. I'd like to invite Farida Imam.
Look at
Graduating students to walk up on stage is Michelle Dara Mason. They received the following awards in the attainment in core sciences, attainment in English, and for contributing greatly to the area of sports here at Avi-Cenna. Please let's welcome Gracia Anyamo Sigwe. Next, I invite Solomon Apple. an award in ICT, effort in ICT, I invite Karishma Lalitko. Alright, next I invite Onyedikachi Emeka Obase. The graduates will be receiving an award in economics and English. Will be receiving efforts in economics and efforts in English. I invite Naola Awad Ibrahim. For the next I invite on stage Ayomi Kose Olayinka. Attainment in art, effort in French, effort in global perspective, effort in geography, and effort in math. Please join me and welcome Enya Edoche. Attainment in biology, attainment in ICT, attainment in physics, and attainment in business studies. And to cap it off, most outstanding prefects. Please let's welcome Crystal Medina. Bola Oshosanya. Next, I invite to receive effort in chemistry. A warm welcome to Angel Egodion. To receive effort prize in biology, I invite Marvelous Otunola. Next, I invite Funshaw Kuku. Next, I invite Alero Okotete. Thank you very much, everybody. That's we'll rounding off graduation ceremony for class of 2020. We appreciate that you were able to join us, and we wish all our graduating students the best.